Now, let's learn about phases of sexual response cycle. When a man and a woman, when they want to have sexual intercourse, see here, a man, a male and a female. Obviously, whenever they are going to have sexual intercourse, first of all, yes, there should be desire, right? There should be desire. After that, they are going to come close together. Okay. After that, there will be excitement. There will be excitement, right? See, excitement in male or female. How we are going to understand it? First of all, in both. See, there will be increased respiratory rate. There will be increased pulse rate. There will be increased blood pressure. Yes, all these are there. But exactly how we are going to understand? Male is excited. In male, there will be penile erection. There will be penile erection. And how we are going to understand if female is also excited? There will be vaginal lubrication. There will be vaginal lubrication. Okay, fine. Very easy to understand. Now, what is the meaning of orgasm? Orgasm, right? See, extreme feeling of pleasure. Orgasm, how we are going to understand? Male is having orgasm and female is having orgasm. In male, yes, there will be ejaculation. There will be ejaculation. And in female, there will be involuntary contraction of lower third of vagina. Involuntary contraction of lower 1/3 of vagina. Okay, so in this manner, we can understand that male is having orgasm and female is having orgasm. After that, body will go to the normal phase of life, like resting phase. Resting phase. Body will get back to resting phase. Body will become normal. See, now the question is, how much is the duration of these phases? Excitement can persist for several minutes to several hours. Orgasm can persist for 3 to 15 seconds. 3 to 15 seconds. And resolution, this can take 10 to 15 minutes. When I talk about orgasm, female can have multiple orgasms. Females can have multiple orgasms, but male, no multiple orgasm. No multiple orgasm. Now, what I have taught you, these 4 phases are the normal phases of sexual response cycle. Do understand that before orgasm, there will be extreme phase of tension associated with pleasure, which is called as plateau phase. Plateau phase will come just before orgasm. This phase you can also add in between. Just before the orgasm, there is a phase that is called a plateau phase. All right. What I have taught you so far, all these are normal phases of sexual response cycle. But now we can understand what can be the disorder of sexual response cycle. When I have taught you desire, okay, yes, there can be hypoactive sexual desire among male also, female also. When I have taught you about excitement, there I have taught you that among males, there will be penile erection. So any problem can also be there. When I say erectile dysfunction is a disorder of which phase of sexual cycle? Answer is excitement phase. Erectile dysfunction is a disorder of excitement phase of response cycle. Very easy to understand. In the same manner, I have taught you that during orgasm, there will be ejaculation. There will be ejaculation. What if a man is having premature ejaculation? premature ejaculation. Do understand, premature ejaculation is a disorder of orgasm phase of sexual response cycle. Here I have taught you some disorders like hypoactive sexual desire. I have taught you about erectile dysfunction, which belongs to excitement phase. I have taught you about premature ejaculation, which belongs to orgasm phase problem. Very easy to understand. All these are important to learn. Now let's learn it in more detail. Now, disorders of sexual desire. First of all, hypoactive sexual desire. Basically, lack of desire. Let's talk about two important drugs which are especially for hypoactive sexual desire among females. Flibanserin and bremelanotide. Remember, these are the two important drugs related to your exam also and for patients also. Remember, when I talk about flibanserin, so this is 5-HT1A agonist and 5-HT2A antagonist. Basically, this is also known as norepinephrine dopamine disinhibitor. What is happening here? See here, this is going to increase the desire among female. I can say this is similar to Viagra. Females, okay, this is also called a pink Viagra, and this is given orally. Do understand, it is contraindicated with alcohol. It should never be taken with alcohol because it can cause severe hypotension. Do remember, this is pharma question. Alcohol and flibanserin should never be combined because it can cause severe hypotension. Second drug is bremelanotide. This is non-selective agonist of melanocortin receptor. Here you do not have this much side effect like severe hypotension, right? Severe orthostatic hypotension. Here side effect is nausea and it is given subcutaneously. Remember, flibanserin orally, but bremelanotide subcutaneous injection. Next disorder is a sexual aversion disorder, where actively a person is avoiding sexual activity. So this can happen because of the poor marital relationship. Now, disorder of excitement phase. Which disorder I have taught you in the excitement phase? I have taught you about erectile dysfunction, right? Male erectile dysfunction. So there are two types of erectile dysfunction. Remember, mostly 90%, I'm saying 90% male erectile dysfunction is psychological. So there will be psychogenic cause because of the poor marital relation, remember. And remaining, there can be non-psychogenic factors, like you can say organic factors. So I'm saying what? Two types of erectile dysfunction: psychogenic and organic. Organic means what? When there will be medical causes, when there can be neuropathy, there can be arteriosclerosis, even in a case of diabetes mellitus, long-term hypertension. If anyone who is on long-term medications, which medicines can decrease libido? This can also be the questions in pharma, right? This can also be the question. Which medicine can decrease the libido? Remember, side effects of some drugs, especially antipsychotics. When I talk about TCA drugs, even long-term side effect of SSRI, that is a delayed ejaculation. Remember all these points. So see here, even in a case of diabetes mellitus, hypertension, long-term use of medications, even because of substance abuse, especially alcoholism. So yes, all these can be the reason for organic erectile dysfunction. Very easy to understand. Fine. Now 90% because of psychological. How we are going to understand a person is having erectile dysfunction because of psychological causes or organic causes? Remember, if there will be early morning erections and erections during REM sleep, mostly these are the indications of psychological causes of erectile dysfunction. What is the investigation which we can do to differentiate it? We can do penile tumescence. Here we can understand about blood flow. We can do blood flow study, like we can do a Doppler test. If there is some problem in blood flow, if there is some problem in the pressure, now you can understand, okay, yes, there is some problem. There are some medical causes. So basically, if there is problem in blood flow, pressure, do understand organic cause. After all the investigations, all investigations are normal, but still there is erectile dysfunction. So now answer will be what? Psychogenic cause of erectile dysfunction. Very easy to understand. Now, how to treat erectile dysfunction? We should use some medicines which can increase, which can facilitate the blood flow into penis and enhance erection, like phosphodiesterase 5 inhibitors. In this group, we are having some medications like sildenafil. Obviously, you would have heard about sildenafil, vardenafil, tadalafil. Remember, out of these three, longest acting is tadalafil. Effect of one drug will be there for approximately 2 to 3 days. Out of these three, longest acting is tadalafil. Remember, they facilitate blood flow to the penis and enhance erection. We also use oral phentolamine sometimes because it decreases what? Sympathetic tone and relaxes smooth muscle of corpora cavernosa. One more important drug, injectable drug, prostaglandin E analog. Prostaglandin E analog, alprostadil. Remember, this is injectable drug. Old question in pharmacology. What is the name of injectable drug which is used for erectile dysfunction? It is what? Alprostadil. Question is where it is being injected. It is injected into either into intraurethral or you can say into corpora cavernosa. All these points are important. Now if there will be female sexual arousal disorder, mostly because of lack of lubrications right now. So how to treat? You can prescribe lubricants. Now, disorders of orgasm phase. I have taught you premature ejaculation. Question is, what is the definition of premature ejaculation? After insertion of penis into vagina, ejaculation within 1 minute. Ejaculation within 1 minute is called as premature ejaculation. This can be mild, this can be moderate, this can be severe. Remember, 30 seconds to 1 minute, it is called as mild. 15 seconds to 30 seconds. If there will be premature ejaculation within 15 to 30 seconds, moderate. Less than 15 seconds, severe. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now, how to treat premature ejaculation? Remember, first of all, we will be learning about some behavior therapies and medicines. First, behavior therapy is squeeze technique, stop-start technique, and third is dual sex therapy. I have highlighted it separately because examiners are making questions from here frequently. So that's why I have separated dual sex therapy. Remember, we are going to learn 3 behavior therapies here: squeeze technique, stop-start technique, and dual sex therapy. After that, medicines. Remember, squeeze technique was given by Masters and Johnson. What is the meaning of squeeze technique? This time in INI-CT they have asked this question. Squeeze technique is used to treat which of the following condition? And option was premature ejaculation. Remember, squeeze technique means what? You are giving instruction to your patient who is suffering from premature ejaculation. You are giving instruction that when you feel that you are about to come, when there will be ejaculation, at that time please squeeze or apply a pressure over glans penis so that you can stop the ejaculation. This is squeeze technique. Stop start technique was given by Siemens. So it is also called as Siemens technique. Old question. Siemens technique means what? Basically, this is also a type of behavior therapy where you are giving instruction to your patient that whenever you feel that you are about to come now, okay, whenever you feel that there will be ejaculation now, right? Stop and start after some time. Again stop, then start after some time. Basically delaying the ejaculation. This is called as stop start technique. And when you will become sex specialist, remember, you may get many couples and they will say, sir, we are married for last 5 years, we are married for last 7 years, we love each other, we have so much respect, love and care for each other, but we don't want to have sexual intercourse with each other. Means we don't get that kind of feeling. So that time, Master and Johnson, they developed one more type of behavior therapy. How to seduce your partner. How to seduce your partner without touching genital organs. Remember, you have to treat only the couple, not the individual. Treat only couple, not the individual. You are giving instruction to them. Basically, without you touch the genital organs, how you are going to seduce your partner, how to improve more foreplays and all, right? So this is all about sensate focus exercises. Sensate focus exercise. Remember here. So basically, how to improve the sex quality, how to do more foreplay without touching genital organs. So this is, you can say what? Non-genital. Genital sensate focus. This is called as dual sex therapy. Remember, important point here, this is also a type of psychotherapy. This is a type of behavior therapy where you treat the couple, not the individual, where you teach them how to seduce your partner without touching genital organs. So we have learned about squeeze technique, stop start technique and dual sex therapy. Now what about medicines? Now see here, what about SSRI? What is the sexual side effect of SSRI? Remember, long-term use of SSRI, it can cause delayed ejaculation. Delayed ejaculation. Delayed ejaculation. That's why SSRI is used in the treatment of premature ejaculation, especially what? Especially duloxetine and the paroxetine. Very easy to understand. All these points are clear to all of you? Okay, fine. Now let's learn some more points.